associate professor in the Department of Pediatrics at the University of Minnesota's Medical School. My background is in human development and family studies when I was an undergraduate research assistant, recording notes for focus groups with grandparents raising their grandchildren. And most of them were raising their grandchildren because their own adult children were involved in the criminal legal system. And that really started a path of work with children and families impacted by incarceration. The Minnesota Prison Doula Project is a community-based organization. We started providing prenatal education and birth support inside our state's only women's prison. They're there when the mom goes into labor and provide continuous labor and delivery support. I get to be the nerd. I get to help them count the numbers and make sense of their outcomes and help them tell the story of the Minnesota Prison Doula Project. We've certainly had a lot of success and been able to use our research and data, passing the anti-shackling bill in 2014 to limit the use of restraints on pregnant women who are in custody during labor and birth and in the postpartum period. A lot of our data was used to help pass the Healthy Start Act, which allows the Commissioner of Corrections to release pregnant or postpartum women into community-based alternatives rather than keeping them in prisons. We have a project right now with county jails all across the state to bring parenting education into those facilities.
I get all of these donations of yarn.
I have a project called Project Teddy Bear, which is with men in the federal prison in Sandstone, where they're making little stuffed animals for the kids and they want to get them to the Ronald McDonald House. When I say they learned how to crochet, they learned how to crochet. My students collected all this yarn. We had a really fabulous listening session with them where they got to share with my students their pathways to prison. And then we took all of those donations and we brought them back to the Ronald McDonald House and donated them. This is the Little Children Big Challenges incarceration kit that Sesame Street was partnering and started rolling out a really cool initiative to have educational materials for families impacted by incarceration. Developmentally appropriate, child-friendly language to talk about really hard stuff in kids' lives. I think we did something crazy, like 50,000 resource kits in the state of Minnesota that we were pumping out of this office. For me, community engagement is part of all of it, right? I really see this as part of our job, is giving away the science at the University of Minnesota. Helping a community organization demonstrate their outcomes through research and evaluation is like a gift. It's a really cool gig.